Ladies and gentlemen, Theresa Rose.
Good morning. How are you guys doing? Isn't it a beautiful day? When you walk outside and you just feel that, wait a minute, I'm not sweating. I can feel something called a breeze. It just lights your heart on fire. If anyone wants to join me in the altar, if you have a sacred object you'd like to place, you may do so now. This is a community altar during my services, and if you have anything that you want to charge up, feel free to do so. You will feel the collective energy of all of the prayer work and all of the intention work and all of the joy that we experience today. Wherever it calls to you. Ladies, you can put the earrings, the especially nice ones, down there. Forget them conveniently. I'd like to honor this last woman right here, Dear. Dear is our shamanic elder in this community, and she just came back from the Council of the 13 Indigenous Grandmothers Gathering in Montana, which I have some friends and spiritual sisters that have attended that and are a part of the coordination of it. And it was magical, beautiful, amazing, powerful, transformational, and very difficult. 107 degrees. Gusty winds for 4 days straight in the hot sun with no water and it was subsistence, right? It was just out on the land, no facilities of any kind. And you were there working with the other grandmothers in support and prayer. I honor you, thank you for the service that you provide us. So I have some exciting stuff to share, as I always try to do. Anybody here at my last service hear about this thing that I was going to do at the National Speakers Association? Anybody at my last service? Okay, I'll give you a quick recap so you kind of see where the prayer was in all of it and the lessons. So hopefully, Ryan and I are a well-oiled machine here. So we're hoping that we can pull together, I'm intuiting that the picture called The Stage will be put up. And this was in Indianapolis. NSA stands for National Speakers Association. It's the association that I've belonged to for less than 2 years. And it's the thing that is really the organization for all professional speakers belong to this thing, and it's kind of a hoity-toity deal. And I'm brand new, totally brand new. Never been to one of these things before. And I became a finalist for the So You Think You Can Speak competition. National So You Think You Can Speak. I was one of top 5 in the nation, and I was going to perform on that big stage in front of over 1,000 people. That was the dry run right there, that picture. And the next picture is of the crowd. Once all those chairs, so this is the back of the room. That's just a tiny little snippet of where in the front with a sea of people. And I started getting nervous. That's a lot of people. And nearly all of them are speakers that have done it a lot longer and frankly are a lot better and make a lot more money than I do. And I didn't have to. I had an opportunity to present 5 minutes of my keynote to this audience and be judged on it, okay? And just to let you know, the other 4 contestants, who are delightful people, it was clear they had actually worked at practicing their speech. It was obvious that they had done it at least once or twice. I did not do mine once or twice. I started, when I found out I became one of these top 5 finalists, panic ensued, and I went, oh my God, how am I ever going to do this? How am I ever going to do this? I must write this out. I must write this out. And I started to write it out, and it just sounded so stupid. So I would just go, no, 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 no. And I realized I went off like a flitting bird, and I said, I don't need to write it. I'm Theresa Rose. Right? I'll bring the juju. That's all I'll do. And I thought, just be in your joy. And there was some real truth to that. It really was. There was truth to be who you are. Don't try to change up. And everybody knows that if you're moving towards something in your life, right, you don't suddenly go, hey, let me go the opposite direction. You do what brought you there. And what brought me to that stage as being one of the top 5 is I'm just a kamikaze speaker that gets out and just goes, this is what I'm feeling today! And I'll just ride that energy, and whatever comes out is what comes out. And now I'm going to do it in front of that group. So I'm in the backstage, and it's really, it's fancy. It's like this fancy backstage area with these 2 huge things, and there's people on microphones going, okay, we're going to get over here, okay, you're in line here. Do you need water? You need water? You need water? Okay, get us water. There's all this buzz, and that's not what I'm used to. And so I have my hoop, and I'm in backstage, and all the other people, they're practicing. They have their cards. Their note cards. I have my hoop. Okay, so they're studying and practicing and doing all the things that normal speakers do. And here I am with my earbuds in, and I got Rolling Stones Honky Tonk Women playing, and I'm just going, it's not anything in my routine, nothing in my routine at all that I was going to do. I just wanted to find the joy, because I remember that the joy got me there, right? So I was going and going and going, and then all of a sudden it's like, I didn't listen to him. I didn't give any energy, not one dime, not one drop of energy that anybody else was going to win but me. I mean it. I wasn't, oh no. I walked around that backstage like a badass. Like, there's the speakers. And then there's the speaker hoopers. And I got up there and started my presentation. There I am. Now, you have to understand how awesome of a picture this is.
Yeah.
For the fact that A, anyone who hires what I do knows what NSA is, and they know I'm on the big stage, and that's the best framed picture ever. B, I don't see any visible body fat. Or roll of any kind. There's very little roll involved.
None.
C, you see the hoop just magically suspended. Do you see that? It's just magically suspended, as if it's, and here I am just talking. Like it's totally easy. And my hands are welcoming and open. My face is welcoming and open. That's a good promo picture. And I did my 5 minutes. Didn't know what I was going to really say. And I just did what I did. And I one-legged hooped, which is really hard for me. I messed it up the first time, so I did it again in front of all of those people, which was the point that I was trying to teach, was dropping the hoop is encouraged. That's the point that I was describing in those 5 minutes. So now I want you to imagine me. Now, and I even had a moment at the end, the closer, because I have the kind of theater cheerleader background, and I go something about, the first step that you need to do in order to move into get big is you need to declare to the universe that you're ready. So you just take this moment and say, are you ready to get big? And then half the audience kind of went, yeah. And I went, wait a minute, let's make sure we can hear them in Chicago. Are you ready to get big? And everybody went, ah! So then I get off the stage like, I walk off like, try it, go for it. Next. Completely and utterly convinced that I had that thing in the bag. So I ran a kiss it. This is how far I had gone in my vision. I was in that. For the next round that I was so obviously going to move into, the final round, I wanted to wear something different. I wanted to wear something more speakery, because I wasn't going to hoop. So I ran to the bathroom while the other two were doing their thing, got ready, put on my black pants and my professional blouse, speaker blouse, with the heels, and I looked all very proper. And I ran upstairs, and they get us in line. Okay, the judges. I won't even tell you about what happened with the judges, but suffice it to say that some of my darkest shadow material presented itself on stage in front of 1,000 of my peers for me to dance in and bathe in. So thank you, sir. Thank you, kind sir, for bringing that to me. But I'm not bitter. So that's a good fellowship hall conversation to have. So here I am in line. I'm with one of the contestants, the other three contestants, standing very professional, waiting for the moment where they say, the two finalists for the final round are Theresa and it doesn't matter. And they say this, and the guy, and now mind you, when I got off the stage, all of the people who worked there were going, oh my God, oh, you never see that every day. You know, it was a pretty cool thing. And they say, and for the next round, Patrick and Gwen. My name's not Patrick or Gwen. And it felt in front of 1,000 people that I was going to throw up, piddle myself, pass out, and turn into a Tasmanian devil all at the same time on the stage. I was shocked. It was shock and awe. I could not believe it. I couldn't believe it. I knew how good I was. I knew how big I was. I knew how joyful I was. So I got off stage, got my hoop, got my bag. I'm starting to fall apart. Shaky, 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 can't hardly focus, get my bag. I can't possibly stand around in this. I can't possibly pretend that I'm okay. So I'm gonna just get my toys and I'm gonna go upstairs. So I'm walking, and of course I have my hoop with me, and there's people that are stopping me going, you were so amazing. I loved it. I loved what you did. I loved what you did. And I'm just trying to, thank you. I appreciate that. That's what I did. Up to 8. Come on, get to 8, get to 8. Somebody even in the elevator, you were amazing. Thank you. You know, that's how it worked. So then I get into my room, and I have an absolute fit. I'm just pacing back and forth in this, Hyatt room, going, why don't I ever win anything? Why does it never go my way? I keep asking, and you don't send it. Why? What? Lots of expletives at this point. And I was just so, I was knee-deep in my pity party. And then I thought to myself, why do you do what you do? Why do I do what I do here first Sunday of every month? Why do I go on stage and talk to organizations about their power and their bigness? Why do I go down to the lake and hula hoop? Because I want other people to feel their divinity, to embrace their God force, to know that they are awesome and amazing and perfect. That's why I do it. So here I am having my pity party, so angry, so upset. People are texting me because, of course, I'm Little Miss, I'm going to win this thing. And I tell everybody, oh, it doesn't matter if I win it. It's just an honor. Bull. Total. It mattered when I didn't win. A lot. And then I started to calculate the numbers. Let's see, you told 2,500 people on your newsletter list, at least 50 out of the LHSC service. You got 2,000 people there. You got 1,000 people on your LHSC thing, and you got 500 faces. That's a lot of people who you think you're going to win, who you've posted pictures to. And now you got to tell them you lost. And so I thought to myself, what would make you feel better about this? It wouldn't make you feel better if you saw me doing everything perfect, right? Boo. Nobody does that. Deepak might do that. His blogs seem like he does it. I don't do it. So what I did is I got my little iPhone camera out, and I recorded what I was like in the hotel room. It's called Tearful Confessions. It's on my YouTube page, which is Theresa Rose TV, and I felt the need to share it. I do something called the Hoop Woman Diaries.
Hi everybody, it's Hoop Woman.